Time for archery blog number 3. And yes, I am still in the same place I was last time, except now it's a different day. As you can see, I've decided to shave off all of my hair in an experiment to see how it looks. So far I've gotten positive responses. But the reason why I made this video is not to talk about the fact that I now have a bald head, but I've gotten a new bow. The bow that I got originally wasn't the bow that I wanted, but it was the bow that I got. So it was a good start, and it got me motivated and kept me focused on wanting to do the archery thing. So now I'm on the next step. I didn't actually get the bow I want yet, because that's a $500 bow, but I moved one step up. So now, moving away from the Ragem Matrix, I'm now sporting a Martin Jaguar, which I'll show you now. This is the Martin Jaguar. You can see it's really different from the last bow that I had. So even if you look on the side, you can see right there, it's got a Jaguar. Oops, upside down. There you go. It's got a Jaguar on it. It's also a takedown bow, just like the last one, but it's obviously different. It's not all wood. This one actually is fiberglass, and I can't remember the metal that it's made of, but the arms are fiberglass and wood, and then the body itself is a form of metal, or maybe a composite of some kind. But I'm liking it. It's definitely different than the other one. It's a 40-pound draw rather than the 29, but the strange thing was, I was nervous about that until I actually ended up drawing it, and then I found out that there wasn't, as far as I could tell, any real difference between the two. I mean, granted, after I've been firing this bad boy for a little while, I went back to the 29, and I could feel pulling back the string was easier. But upgrading, I was concerned that, you know, it's going to be a really heavy bow, and it's like 10+ pounds, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it regularly. And even when I did the test draw, I was like, oh, maybe this was a mistake. But as soon as I put on the glove, and I got an arrow, knocked it, and fired it, I was like, okay, this is fine. I even went so far as to get a new rest, which is right there. The one that it came with was a little piece of crap plastic. It was like a little fork, and literally the bolt that it was the entire thing was plastic. The only thing that wasn't plastic were the nuts that were holding it in place. So my friend Steve decided that he wanted to get a new a new rest for his. So this one was his, and he gave it to me, and then he bought his own. So I'll probably be seeing that rest soon, because I want to check it out. It's a double rest, from what I understand, which is a style of rest I haven't actually had the chance of interacting with, but. You know, so Steve currently right now is up in Gilroy at the archery shop buying a bow for someone else. He has another person he's gotten interested in archery, and so he's out there doing that. I would have went with him, but I've got somebody coming here that's going to buy my old bow, if you can really call it an old bow, but the previous bow. They're going to buy it. So the world spins, and you know, it's the circle of life for archery. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys my new Martin Jaguar. They didn't have black. I wouldn't have gone with the camo, but actually this camo is not too bad. When they said it was camo, I was thinking it was like that army green nasty camo, and I was really disappointed. But when I pulled it out of the box, the color's not so bad, so I'm okay with that. You know, I would have preferred the black bow. What are you gonna do? But I do know that when I go for my next bow, which is it's a Hoyt Dorado, is going to be the bow that I go with. That one will definitely be black. It'll be black with wooden arms because it only has that. So the body will be black, and the limbs will be of a wood shade, which is fine, but it'll be the bow that I want, and from that point forward I won't have to buy a new bow, because all I'll have to do is upgrade the arms if I want to go for a heavier pull. That's the great thing about the Hoyt, not to mention the fact that the actual rigging for the breakdown, let me show you on here. For this one, you see that's a bolt, and it's got a couple washers that hold it into place, and there's actually, if you look right there, there's a screw or I should say a tube that it screws into that holds it into place. So to break it down, I have to have a hex wrench, or I've got to have an Allen wrench to be able to pop those off and then unscrew them. It happens for both of them. So this breakdown is not simple. But the Hoyt breakdown has a similar thing, except you don't have to unscrew. You just snap the arms into place and then pull the arms out when you're done. There's no screwing or anything, and it works really well, apparently. It's a new system that they've applied to there, so I'm kind of excited about seeing what that's like. Because breaking the bow down and having it be less not bulky, but less wide is useful. Oh, that's another thing. This bow here, this is a 61, I think, and my wooden bow is a 68, so it was a difference in size as well. I'm able to actually put this above my computer on a shelf. I don't know where I'm looking. I can actually put this above a shelf over my computer, and that way I don't really have to worry about it. I just destring it, then I can rest it up there, and when I need to shoot it when I come out here after work and fire off a couple arrows, I can just string it real quick and then get into it. So there you go. That's number 3. in the series of archery vlogs. I'm still working on my technique. I'm still working on the anchor points. You know, I'm making sure that the string itself is in the same place when I anchor instead of being all over the place. I'm sort of trying to slow it down and make it a smoother process of drawing and firing. And I'm not quite sure how well it's working, but I'm trying to develop a technique that I can stick with. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well, and I guess I will talk to you all later.